All right, let's get into personality.
So, if you're expecting they think sad things and they're happy sometimes, no, they're just animals. They're a big bird. So they don't really have that much stuff. But when I say that, some rocs have been very cunning in their hunting strategies. Some even stating that when ships are sailing by, boulders rain from the sky. So they actually do have some strategies with them. They can pick up things and
That's
drop
interesting.
it on
I have
people.
not heard that.
Yeah, only some rocs have this though. More
Okay.
the older ones. But yeah.
I see. I know there are different types of rocks, and there's a bunch of names that all are not coming to my mind. But this rock, we're talking about the normal rock. There are completely smart rocks that can speak and stuff. But these are just basic rocks.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's one that has like a human head or something.
Yeah,
like
there's a
that.
bunch
It's
of
like,
weird
what
ones.
the-
We're talking about basic rocks, and yeah, perhaps some art would be smart enough to drop boulders or something, but that'd be very rare.
Yeah.
Typically, they have the personality of a bird of prey, just a very big one. And so, I mean, if you know what a bird is, you'll know how to play a rock, right? So basically, they see something and they attack it if that's what they're doing. Otherwise, they're just feeding their kids, flying around. There's nothing else to them. But something to note is that they are fearless. Practically nothing
I mean,
has a chance of hurting one of them.
I don't think any really try to hunt a rock.
Nothing.
So like
No, the only thing that can hunt rocks, the only thing that rivals a rock is a dragon,
ancient dragon.
and that's a rival. That's not a beat. They rival each other. So that doesn't mean one automatically wins. So they both probably steer clear of each other. But again, the rock is fearless, so the rock just isn't used to running. So, it hunts. Because eagles will fight other eagles all the time. So a rock would see a dragon, and it's just something that they might be able to kill if they get the drop on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure eagles even like attack bears in real life to get them away from like the nest. Like the bears are gonna hit it.
Oh yeah.
So-
When it comes to a nest, they will not run in any sense.
Yeah.
They will be. They're fearless in general, but when there's a nest nearby, oh yeah, it's gonna kill you or die.
Yeah.
Or get you to run at least. But yeah, so fearless is, I guess, the only like special thing we can tell you beyond they are birds. Because some birds are not fearless. Now, of course, if something bigger than a rock showed up, who knows how it would react? But
I mean,
there's not much that could
like
be
literally the rock is like D&D doesn't really specify how like big like an ancient dragon to like a rock is. I'm pretty sure an ancient dragon's only like half the size of a rock.
Okay.
So they're like rocks are they will dwarf literally everything. Unless it's like a god or like a colossal titan that's been sleeping for like God who knows how long.
Yeah, so
like,
rocks fly around without any worry because not only would they probably be able to kill whatever fights them, but if they were losing, they have a speed of 120 feet per.
Yeah, they can
they can just fly away if they need to. So they just have. If you play a rock, don't worry about anything,
Yeah.
But the only thing besides dragons that do hunt rocks are people.
Really?
Well, yeah, people can kill them. Magic, and then not only magic, but being intelligent. Being intelligent's a big deal, right? You can set traps and stuff like that.
We hate those intelligent beings. They're so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you load up a cattle with TNT. They're still gonna grab it. You know what I mean?
Poor rock just explodes.
Poor cattle.
Oh,
But yeah,
rip the cow.
but yeah, that's their personality. Do you have anything else?
I mean, I don't really have that much, but yes, the fearless thing is a big thing about the rocks because yet again, they dwarf literally everything.
Yeah.
Like literally everything fears the rock because you're food to the rock.
Yep.
And even like people aren't really like food to a rock. Like a rock would much rather go after like someone's cattle or horses rather than like a person.
True. All right. Well, let's go into motivations then.
So
Food. Yeah. And so let's talk about what they eat, I guess.
I have a giant list.
Okay.
of
Well, actually,
their main things.
let's talk about that in societal structure. What they eat. No.
Also, I mean, that's going to like food chains, which I also have a thing about its food chain
Remember, societal structure is
with other rocks.
with other rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. So I guess there's not much to personality. So what are they pursuing to eat?
All right, so
Yes.
they actually pursue many things. Normally huge to other gargantuan prey,
Okay.
So, but here are some lists. So they'll go after cattle, horses. Those are actually kind of the smallest things a roc would even go for. Like
Yeah.
us people, we're like literal like ants to them.
Yeah, we're too
So,
small
like,
most of the time.
It's like
most of the time.
most of the time. So it's like us like trying to go after like breadcrumbs that are running away. Rather there's like a loaf that like kind of like moves slowly.
Yeah,
You know, we would
they
go
they
after
prefer slow, big targets. Because I mean, if you
yeah.
think about being a roc, unless it's starving, it's not really going to care about you when it can just pick up something that's a better meal.
Right.
Yeah. So
And they have a giant hunting range too. So they have a bunch of things to eat. So cows and horses. So those are some of the smallest things that it would go after, unless it's starving. Elephants are a big one. That goes into its mythology too. They love elephant. They love to eat elephants. That's like a perfect snack to a roc.
yeah, it's big
Perfect
and
sense.
slow.
Yep. Giants. Even though giants made rocs, the rocs will still eat a giant.
Yeah.
Well, actually, giants fear rocs. Too.
Anything
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
Anything big. Yeah. Griffins. Griffins are actually one of the harder ones. Like a pride of griffins can like make a roc go away, but a roc will definitely take a griffin and run off. Hippogriffs, pegasi. Those are some other flying creatures. Whales, like an eagle to a fish. People might see rocs fly off into the distance with a humongous whale on its talons. Other reports have been seeing rocs eating wyverns, purple worms,
Wow.
and even dragons of great size. So a roc will even try to eat ancient dragons.
Yikes.
So, and actually, this is sort of a fun fact. Most dragons don't make it to ancient age because things that prey on them. So even a adult dragon can die to a roc. A roc can just swoop in, grab it by its head, and like just kill it. You know, so they can
Yikes.
eat a lot of things. I was kind of surprised
True.
about the purple worm part, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because purple worms are huge, but
Yeah.
worms are worms, right? Like
Yep.
they don't have weaponry really. They're just big worms.
I mean, purple.
Purple worm does, but not, if you
But-
grab it by the back and pick it up, like
Yeah.
a purple worm's not used to being lifted.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
that's
like,
true.
what?
Has no idea. Yeah, so basically, its most dangerous prey are dragons, but they view dragons as prey. So that's saying something.
That is saying
So that's
something.
saying, so they will eat literally everything that's big and hunky, chunky, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of its motivations, or those are some prime examples of where a roc can eat.
Yeah, prime examples, but they will eat anything that is of a size bigger than a medium-sized human. And I kind of like the idea of if you're a large character, being at a little bit more risk of the roc being like, nah, you're big enough.
Especially like a minotaur or something, it's going to be like,
You look like my other, yeah.
some beef.
True.
Rip minotaurs.
So yeah, it's a giant bird of prey. So what do birds like? Well, they like food. So that's the first motivation, which we just talked about. And the only other one is they protect their young.
Don't mess with them baby rocs.
Yeah, if they're gonna like protect their nest. Like if you're
Yeah.
messing with their nest, you're no matter how small you are, you're asking to be killed. But on the point of that they don't really target humanoid people, that doesn't mean if you walk up to one, it's not gonna just reach its head down and eat you, right?
That is true.
Like
yeah.
it will eat you if it's easy. It's just it's not gonna go through great lengths to eat you because you're not a big meal.
It would much rather go after, if it sees the situation where there's humans, there's maybe an elephant and cows, it's much rather going to go for the cows than the humans, like 99% of the time.
If you're on horseback, watch out. 'Cause
yeah, it'll just grab you with the horse, so.
Yeah.
It's going for the horse, not you, but like, it'll just grab the horse with you with it, so.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what their motivations are: food and protecting their young.
Yeah.
Like a basic bird.
Exactly.